Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 13th installment of Tango Kilo Sierra. Today we have a little something special for you, and something even more special for our dinner. This also happens to be our New Year's little installment here, so we're gonna get that done for you. As you can see in the background there, Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the Fighting Gamecocks. Wish them the best of luck in the Duke's Mayo Bowl coming up Thursday. Hey, Big W. What's up, Big W? We love all puppers here at Tango Kilo Sierra. You see we got a plane taking off over here. We're out here at Owens Field Airport on one side, park on the other. And I'm gonna show you what kind of crazy stuff we're gonna get into today and tonight. Come with me. Today it's a little bit windy, which ain't too bad because we've got our external mic set up on our GoPro here. You see these big giant puddles inside this giant drainage ditch. This just so happens to have something to do with what we're going to be getting into tonight, and also stealth camping. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I am very, very excited. Over pipe there. See that we've had some pretty torrential rain here in the past couple of weeks. Pushed a lot of leaves up out of that ditch, which is pretty cool. Well, we're gonna get into this park. We'll see you guys there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, made into this park. There's a lot of disc golfers and stuff out today because it is a 75-degree day. It's really beautiful out here at this point in time. It's going to be about 64 tonight, which is ample sleeping weather when it comes down to stealth camping something out. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to home for the night. We are going to get up in this little pipe here, set us up our little one-man tent, have us a couple of beers, and just genuinely enjoy being out here in nature, out here in Columbia, South Carolina, where you would never expect something like this to be a possibility. But boy, am I glad it is. All right, so we're gonna go for a walk around the park until some of these disc golfers and families decide to take it on home. And then we're gonna crawl up in here and cook us some delicious food and get some good sleep. Thankfully, there's no storm tonight, so there's no reason to be scared about being in the storm drain. But nevertheless, it's still gonna be fun, and we're right here next to a road, so we gotta be super stealthy. Figured second solo installment, we'll get something a little bit dangerous for you guys, so stay tuned, everyone. And for my northern subscribers that asked me about, do we get any snow here? Haven't really seen any snow in about, I'd say about 7 years. You know, last time I saw snow, I was stationed at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, and it snowed pretty hard and iced over pretty good. So I've experienced it, but as you can see, 3 days after Christmas, 75 degrees, and not gonna get below 64 at night. So that's only for the next probably week, and then this, you know, warmth will be over and we'll get another cold snap. But it won't be long before we get us another beautiful day and or couple of days like this. One of the many benefits of living in the South this time of year. As you can see, it's a pretty well used park. We've got families in this parking lot over here enjoying this BMX park slash, you know, just a little skate park or whatever you want to do on it. More used for BMX and skating than anything. But I see a scooter out there. I see some skateboards and bicycles, so it's just a recreational park over there. And over there they've got a bowl set up for you know, skateboarding, and then a whole entire street. It's like a vert and a street skate park over there, which is pretty cool. And what I'm standing next to over here is a big soccer field that they use in the summertime, and people used to bring their dogs out and, you know, just have a genuinely good time. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take you down the nature trails here show you a couple of cool things on those. And then as you can hear, it's a little bit windy. And then we'll get into our little segment where we settle down for a little while and see if we can't wait out the people to leave the park and us get the camp set up. Boy, oh boy, what a massive tree that must have been. Somebody left their tag on it, of course, but good Lord, beautiful. As you can see, we got us a disc golf little catcher here. So we are pretty deep into this recreational park here, so stealth is key. But I'm gonna take you around the corner here, and I'm gonna show you a little nature trail that leads back to where we're gonna be for the night. External mic is doing great, so very happy for that purchase. As you can see, we've got an entire little run here that goes all the way back to a disc golf, I guess, catcher. I'm not entirely sure what that's called. I'll definitely look that up and correct myself as the video goes on, but I guess a goal. But anyways, gonna walk on back here and we're gonna crack open our first beer before we walk the 1.5 miles back to our house to wait out this crowd and grab some camping gear and come back. Because technically, you're not allowed to be here after 9, and you're not allowed to have alcoholic beverages here at all. But we're not hurting anybody. We're just having a basic little good time to ourselves. Then nobody should really care. As you can see, some homesteads off in the woods over here that link into a big neighborhood here in Columbia. We're gonna make sure we stay quiet and out of sight and out of mind of those people who live there, because, you know, don't want to anger anyone or scare anybody. It's not every day you see a man camping inside of a culvert pipe and or storm drain, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna get on back here again, look around, make sure ain't nobody coming or nobody behind us. Turn around, nobody behind us. All right, got a little disc golf goal there. That's what we're gonna call it for now. And we got a disc golf lane right there with a bench. And I'll walk over here, show you how easy it is to see this pipe from this particular little spot, if you catch my drift. We got the bench here in the lane, and then you can see you got the culvert pipe right there. So it looks pretty weird, just some dude hanging out next to a culvert pipe for hours and hours on end. So that's why we didn't bring our camping gear until a little bit later on in the afternoon. But we're gonna get back here, crack our first beer. Alright, so we're gonna hop with the squad here, check some things out, have us our first brewski. Get this thing open. Oh yeah. I'd like to take this time to tell everyone thank you who's liked and subscribed. 460 subscribers. Wow. Who would have ever thought? I'd also like to ask anyone who hasn't liked and subscribed to consider doing so. It helps me out tremendously. It makes me feel really good about what we got going on here. And Merry Christmas, everyone that wished me a Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you. All right, so while we stand here and just hang out for a minute, let's talk some resolutions. one of my New Year's resolutions is to keep doing this awesome stealth camping stuff and find really great places to camp and just keep growing in subscribers and supporters, and pretty much get good gear and just genuinely enjoy just being out in nature. One of my other ones is to eat a little bit healthier, because Lord knows I could use it. And yeah, another one is be nicer, because I'm not really that mean of a person, but at the same time I could use an upgrade on attitude sometimes, and that's something that I'm man enough to admit and that I will work on. So anybody who has any great New Year's resolutions and wants to leave them in the comments, you go right ahead, and I appreciate anyone who does. Taking a leisurely jaunt through the woods here. As you can see, there's no trail. I just was kind of in the way of some disc golfers, so I decided to get out of the way, take it on through the woods here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna walk a mile and a half back to my house and grab some camping gear. What we're gonna eat tonight, that was donated by, well, seeing how he's made a bunch of donations to our cause, I'm just gonna call him Awesome Uncle. He gave these great things to me for Christmas, and I'm gonna showcase one of them in this video. But yeah, so we'll be back here a little closer to dusk, and hopefully there won't be so much traffic out here, and we'll just start camping out, having some brews, and enjoying this weirdly 75-degree day in the middle, well, not the middle, the end, almost to New Year's of December. Thank y'all for sticking around. Not too easy to see on through to that other side. Not too easy to see down through the pipe to the other side either. So I think tonight, when we come back at dusk, we should be fairly good to go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I got my light with me, so this shouldn't be too hard. I always get a little nervous going into situations like this, where I'm truly just not supposed to be there. But I think everything will be fine, and we'll get through the night swimmingly. We got our pack on our back with our blanket and our sleeping pad hanging off the bottom. Got our tent. Doesn't exactly look like a tent, so should be good for having in the woods and in the culvert, and or storm drain. And yeah, we'll see when we get to the little spot we're gonna camp out. Figured no better time than the present. Get back up in here. It's a little bit dark for disc golfing. Yeah, we still have to be prepared to see people out here. So I'm just gonna nonchalantly walk on back here, not hurting anybody or anything. So should be pretty good to go. And we'll hang out for a minute, let passers be passers, and then we'll set up camp and get a couple beers in us and look at what kind of delicious foods we have to cook for you today. See you there, people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. We got some people on bikes going by. We got our tent set up right there. We're gonna hang out here for a minute and let anybody who passes pass, and then, just like I said, we'll get everything set up. This is a place where you're not technically supposed to be after about 9 o'clock, but that's okay, because usually ain't nobody here after about 6 o'clock. So we're gonna get our cool little pipe here all nice and warm and cozy for the night. And again, it's about 70 degrees out here. I'm kind of breaking a sweat just walking down the road to get here. And yeah, we'll get this all worked out. All right. See you there. All right, we're on a pilgrimage back to the house. We got one beer in. I started looking through my pack and realized I didn't have my GoPro stuff. A lot of just stuff to keep up with, but blessed to have it. So we're gonna go back and get our light and our extra battery, because this one's already on 50%. A lot of walking for this video, about 3 miles so far, but we'll get it done. All right, we'll see you back at the camp. Active road. Still some people here at the park, but we're tucked back here, right next to our culvert. We're gonna have us a good time. All right, people. So we made it back here, as you can see. You can hear the trains in the background. We're gonna get set up and then cook you some delicious food here in a little bit. As you can see, we've got camp set up here. Got it closed off until I'm ready to go to bed. We got it pushed up into this little pipe, deep enough to where there's gonna be no issues, and nobody will be able to see me from the path over there. So we'll keep that closed up until we're ready to go to bed. I'll see you guys then. I know what you're thinking. Aren't you afraid of snakes? Well, not technically. More cautious of snakes. And in an area that has water that passes through it, you do have to be careful. So I'm gonna sit here and drink my beer, stay ever vigilant, and make sure that I'm always cautious of snakes. All right, so that brings us to our honorable mentions, because I really think that it'd be great to give the people who deserve it a shout out. And as long as you like and subscribe, I'll eventually give you a shout out too. Mr. Paul D, you know who you are. You're our first donator, and I really appreciate it. That went to helping me get my Mr. Buddy heater and everything that we've been able to do for this channel. And then I have Cap Graph, everything that you have to say along with Mr. Paul. It is just encouraging, and I appreciated all of the kind words. You also was one of our only donators, and I appreciate that very much. You also helped us get you also helped me get my Mr. Buddy heater, and you know, continue to have great things to contribute to the channel. I really appreciate it, man. You keep up the good work, both of you guys. Then we have Mr. Tony P. I appreciate you, man. You keep on, you know, giving us great input and commenting some really encouraging words, and I appreciate it. TGI Friday, thanks, man. Keep up the good work, both of you guys, and I really appreciate y'all's input into the things that I do and the encouraging words that you give me. What else we got here? Rob Lane, thanks, man. I appreciate everything that you contribute to the channel as far as commenting and you know, just being a genuinely good person. All of you guys are great people, and we really appreciate it here at Tango Kilo Sierra, because we put in a lot of work, and when it's recognized, it really helps us out. And then let's see who else. Mr. Robert C, you know who you are. You're the one who commented about whether we get any snow around here. Obviously we don't, right? But yes, sir, thank you for all the kind things that you have to say and encouraging words. I greatly appreciate it. And that's about it, other than awesome uncle and awesome cousin who has helped me go solo and continue to contribute to this channel from home. I thank you guys so much, and the success of this channel lies on the subscribers I mentioned and the family I just mentioned. Thank you guys, and I only do this, and I can only continue to do this because of y'all's support. Thank you. I'm going to grab my beer here. This one's for you guys. Ting. So I accidentally unput my MRE, realizing that this thing wasn't on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this stuff out, and we're gonna cook up this delicious MRE for you. What we got here is some spaghetti and with beef and sauce. So that's gonna be great. Let's pull out the contents of this thing. See what we got. Oh, let's see what we got first. We got that peanut butter. Yes. And apple jelly. Let's go. It's gonna be delicious. We got our spaghetti with beef and sauce here. That's our main meal. Our MRE spoon. Chocolate chip toaster pastry. Some multigrain snack bread, which is never good. our utility pack here, which has toilet paper, gum, you know, beverage, all that good stuff in there. We got raisins, and our 4-stage heater, which when I was in the Marine Corps was only 2. And then our milk, chocolate, and cocoa beverage, which I'll just probably take home. And take our water and our heater, and get our heater fired up, and get our main meal cooking. See, open that up right there. You see it's got the fill line. It's like I showed you in that previous video. I had to slip our main meal into here, and then it'll eventually get to cooking like it should. Make sure it slips behind our heaters there. It's taking the heater with it, unfortunately, but that's okay. That tends to happen with these. I'm not going to stick my hand in there to fix it, because it will start to get hot soon. So, actually what I'm going to do, pull this heater out of here, get the heater adjusted back to where it should be, then put her back in there. I never really got these straight down pat the way that I should have, you know, because the heaters always interact with the main meal going down into the pouch there. So yeah, so I'm gonna get this heater and main meal worked out, and as you can see, it's already starting to smoke. Yeah, get that curled up like that, so it will cook it all the way through. Those heaters are always a handful. That's why you put it in there and flip it over, and then it should be good to go. So we take this, we lean it up over there, and we let it do its thing. We're gonna try snack bread. Nah, we'll save that for later. How about some of these raisins here? As you can see, pretty greasy little raisins. Pretty delicious. Not too bad. Raisins are raisins. Peanut butter and apple jelly. That's going to end up going with our Nutri-Grain snack bread. Get that opened up. Yeah, same little crappy piece of bread as it always was. Put that back in there. And the great thing about these MRE sleeves is you can stash all your trash back in, because we pack it in and we pack it out as usual. So get our apple jelly here open. Bear with me. Awesome uncle gave me 3 of these for Christmas, so we'll get better as we go along with this GoPro. We just don't have the best environment right now. If I was at a state park or something, then this would be a lot, or a federal park or anything of that nature, this would be a lot easier because I'd have a table and whatnot skis. But for now, this will do. Get our peanut butter going. At least, you know, peanut butter is always good. It's not lumpy and old like some of the ones I've had. You pretty much just throw away this peanut butter. It's about as good as it gets. I ain't gonna break out the spoon to just spread the peanut butter. I'll just go ahead and send it. The bread is awful as usual. Really dry. But the peanut butter and jelly, pretty delicious actually. Not bad. There's absolutely nothing worse when you are eating an MRE than eating the main meal cold. When I was in the military, Marine Corps to be exact, these MREs were great when they were prepared correctly. But when they weren't, then they were pretty awful, because sometimes you didn't have a lot of time. Have it eat, make sure you utilize the facilities, and then get on the gun line pretty quick, usually between 10 to 15 minutes. So eating these cold is about the worst way to eat them. So as you can see, we've got some steam rolling out the top of here. Break this little thing open, and these you don't necessarily have to put in the little bowl I showed you at the Springs Park video. These you can just, gotta use my teeth sometimes, just basically open, pop that open, use your spoon to pry it, nice and goopy and warm. So that's definitely the way they're supposed to be prepared. But you can see the steam coming off of it a little bit. It's pretty hot. Down the hatch, ladies and gents. As always, stupendously awful. Will they get you through? Dang straight. But is it the most delicious thing on earth? God, no. Now we got that down the hatch. We've got our chocolate chip toaster pastry. Get that busted open. See how that goes. Might should have saved some of that peanut butter and jelly for this, huh? But as you can see, just like a regular little Pop-Tart. Actually, pretty dang good. Best part of this whole MRE was the Pop-Tart here. We didn't have Pop-Tarts like this when I was in the Marine Corps. It was more of like maple muffin tops and, you know, anything of that nature, like little pastries that'll keep. That one, it was pretty dang good. I'm pretty happy with the way this MRE went, and we'll see you guys at bedtime. Well, I technically and or physically could not fit in there inside of this tent. Maybe if I only had a just a blanket, or maybe my cot, I'd be able to crawl in there. But one thing I also don't want to tangle with is that mean looking ass spider right there. Don't leave him alone, because he survived it getting cold out here, because it was 28-30 degrees for like a week. So he's probably pretty strong little bugger, and I do not want to tangle with him. But in saying that, it would have been super tough to crawl into this tent while I was in there. So I'm gonna end up doing is just crawling in it right here at the base of it, and throwing our camouflage tarp over the top of it. But still pretty cool. Still camping out the culvert pipe, just not inside of it like I absolutely wanted to. It's also this piece of wood over here. Might camp out on top of that. Not entirely sure. I think I'm just gonna hit it right here though. But yeah, so let's get up in there. So as you can see, got our backpack for a pillow. We're gonna crawl up in here and zip her on up. Give me 1 second to zip it up. Alright. Check it for any critters, any creepy crawlies. I don't see any. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get us some sleep. As you can hear, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and the train, it just never stops. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get up here, get out this park before people start to use it. As you can see, we got our pipe in the background there. Wasn't too bad. Had to use the blanket for a little bit of the night, but minimum bugs, and the railroad quit making so much noise about 2 o'clock in the morning, so that was nice. But we're gonna get up, we're gonna get packed up, and we'll see y'all at the finish line. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got all of our stuff packed up. We're gonna get ready to get back to the house here. Got a 1.5 mile walk, so definitely gonna grab us a shower when we get back. But as you can see, we packed it in, we packed it out. It was a good little camp. Wasn't too bad of a spot. I enjoyed it. Had a big old dead tree looming over us all night, which I didn't even notice. But thankfully, that did not become a problem. But yeah, we're gonna get back to do what we do normally. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll find another great place, and we'll see you next time. Nothing like those Carolina skies.